Hi everybody, I think the stream is working. Let me just check the chat really quickly. I think, yep, it's working. Okay. Hey fellow humans, welcome back to stream number 2. Now, I'll get to that in a second, hold on. Shock and surprise. You guys will be shocked about this, really. I was planning on talking about this for the first live. We didn't get to do the first live, and so we're here now, like right now, because 2 of our least favorite people, as just like humans, happened to meet each other. We're going to talk about toxic masculinity either next stream or I'll do it this stream. It's one of the 2. I haven't decided yet. But 2 of our least favorite people tried to get together, and I really think we all just need to... I can't watch it alone. So I think we all need to watch it. Is everyone ready? Not Trump and KAITLIN Bennett, although you're very close. So let's get into it. Also, we have a border now around my cam. And as you guys can see, here is the new stream setup with... You guys are in the chat. Y'all are here. And here's KAITLIN Bennett. Meets this human. So, I think we all have to watch this. Because, to be honest, someone has to talk about it. And not enough people have. So, please join me.
If you have any
Can you all hear?
advice to Christians, conservatives,
Sorry.
Trump supporters,
Everybody can hear? Alright, we're all good? My volume good? Alright, I'm gonna turn her down a little bit because, God, she's loud.
if you have any advice to Christians, conservatives, Trump supporters to speak up, what would you say to them?
Please don't. Please don't.
I would say that we are possibly living in the last days of having free speech. And if anyone values that, and if you're a Christian who has been saved by my Savior, their Savior, your Savior, Jesus Christ, if you believe in...
How did he save them? Were they in a burning building? Isn't the point of being Christian that you're going to be saved? Like, am I wrong? Also, did I bring down... No, I didn't. Oh my God.
In God, you better stop being complacent and you better stop being quiet. We are given this grace, and we're not meant to keep it covered. We're not meant to keep a lid on our light.
Please do. Actually, hold on. Keep a lid on your darkness and your hatred. That would be great. I think you are actually meant to keep a lid on that. Is it the point to be loving to everybody? Like, I'm sorry, I just haven't seen irrefutable proof that A, Jesus exists, and B, if Jesus did exist, he could have been saying, men, as in, he's gay. So, I'm not saying anything, but...
We're meant to expose it to the world, and...
Expose what to the world? I thought you guys were the party of morals and responsibility. Whose OnlyFans are we supposed to be like, commenting, and subscribing to?
We are supposed to be brave.
I mean, that intro is brave. It misleads a lot of people because it's a really cool intro. I'm gonna be honest with you. The name Liberty Hangout actually... Listen, everybody, just imagine Liberty Hangout wasn't associated with KAITLIN Bennett in any way, and it actually produced good content, would that be a cool intro? The answer, as we all know, is yes.
We're here with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You
wish you
need no
were.
introduction. You're awesome. You're a fighter. You're so strong. A lot of people like to say you're my mom. So
What? I'm sorry. This is the face. I'm sorry, can everyone see her face right now? This is the face of a woman who just went, ha! A random person that I just met said that people think that they're related to me. Like, would anybody here go up to AOC and go, hey, AOC, people say that you're my mom? No. Because that's weird. Who does that?
that's okay with me.
I'll take that. You're a very good, solid, conservative, gun-loving, Second Amendment supporting young lady. So that's
You heard it here. Marjorie is my mom. So
Wait, hold on. Everyone. Does everyone see what this is right here? KAITLIN Bennett has her phone out. Did KAITLIN Bennett take notes and write questions down for an interview? KAITLIN Bennett coming out here having done the homework. I'm sorry, but like, good job, KAITLIN. You finally did something. No, Dory, I wasn't calling you. The dog's now looking at me. I love you too. You good girl.
okay, ever since you won your election back in Georgia, the media has just loved to attack you, and it seems
I don't know if the media has loved to attack her. I've loved to attack her. I think it's largely that people have noticed that she's, what's the word I'm looking for, chat? Crazy. And insane. And they don't want crazy, insane people in government.
seems as if because they don't have Trump to go after, you are their new target. How do you handle it so well?
Okay, first off, she just said because Trump is gone, now you're their new target. No, 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 no. She won her election while Trump was... Really? Do you have to be that loud? While Trump was actually in office. So, really, the media hates you because, you are a neo-Nazi and you believe that the Jews are controlling everything and you're crazy.
Well, the way I handle it is I didn't run for the media. I ran for the
You got that right.
people. And my saying during my campaign...
Oh, she absolutely does worship Marjorie Taylor Greene. She absolutely does. Don't these people love a Jewish man? No.
and I continue to say it, is people over politicians.
You're right. You do want to put people over the politicians. Over the politicians' corpses, because you've said multiple times that you want to kill a lot of people.
As a matter of fact, that's so important to me. We have that on my wall in my office. And
Did everyone just see that? I'm sorry. I hate to go in on this.
That's so important to me. We have that on my
Do you see the eyes right here?
wall.
This is the crazy fanaticism that I see out of people who are in cults. This worries me.
In my office in Washington.
Politicians are a subclass of... Most politicians are people that have been corrupted and turned into secret demons. So, possibly.
In D.C., and I can't wait for Nancy Pelosi to stop running our Capitol like it's some kind of military state. And we...
Whoa! I'm sorry, I hate to pause this so much, but like, Nancy Pelosi, bad. Just so we're clear, bad. But this is the, this is, like, she's not running it like it's a military state. She's just keeping people away from other people that they could infect who happen to be high up in government. And we need our government to not be, like, dying in order to have function as a country.
We get that border wall taken down. I can't wait for the taxpayer.
What border wall? There was no wall. It didn't help you on the 6th.
And my constituents to come in and see me in.
Nobody go watch Kaitlin Bennett uncensored. It's what they want. The conservatives are degenerates that want you to go and watch her uncensored.
My office so they can see how much they mean to me. But the
You want to go into your office and see a nice, picture up there that says people over politicians because you care so much about them. What? That's like having live, laugh, love above your thing. If you had if you had pictures of actual voters and just randomly this is what I picture Marjorie Taylor's ideal office being. It's just random conservatives she's heard about that have signaled to QAnon, and she's framed all of their portraits as if they're her children, and she's kept them in her office in like loving deference or whatever, like people do to their family. They keep that up in their workplace. This is what I imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene would love to have in her office. But instead of that, she has to have the sign.
The media, we know exactly who they are. We saw it with President Trump over the past 4 years. Most of the mainstream media is Democrat.
Okay, I can't listen to this too slowly. She didn't. She put that on the wall opposite her office. But that is a very good point. I can't listen to her at only one speed. We need to do 1.5. Is that okay with everybody? So I would look this up right now, but we're currently watching this dumpster fire. Hold on. Actually, you know what? We're gonna look this up. Marjorie Taylor Greene, right here. All right, let's check. No, we want trans flag. We're checking. Okay. Let's see here. This is NBC, so this could be fake news, as we just heard. The liberal media is all run by Democrats, and so this must be fake news, as we all know. Very clearly, as we can see. Marie Newman. So Marie Newman actually has a trans daughter, and she's great. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, apparently, right here, says she believes prohibiting discrimination against trans Americans is disgusting, immoral, and illegal. So, she did this fun little thing. And then, joy, there are 2 genders, male and female, trust the science. I already addressed this in a different video, and so I will be stopping right about here. But just so we're clear, bad meme. Very wrong. All right, let's go back to what we're watching. I refuse to watch this at times 1 speed. We're doing this at times 1.5 because I can't handle hearing this slowly. All right, let's go.
Democrats, they support Democrats. They want these progressive policies in place, and they use their powerful platform to push these policies. And so when someone
that's a good thing.
Who's conservative like me,
okay, I lied. She's saying too many stupid things. We're going back to normal speed.
And I truly love America and my policies.
No, you don't. I'll get into that in a bit.
These are America first, just like President Trump, and I support him completely, and I can't wait for him to speak tomorrow. They want to tear me down and smear me and create a narrative that they can sell to the public. And how I handle it is that's not who I am, and all of my family and friends are constantly appalled at their attacks, and so are my constituents.
Really? I don't know.
And so here's the great news. You don't worry about bullies. You don't let them bully you, and you don't worry.
Who is this man in the background right here? He's nodding. Who is he?
About their lies, and you keep putting one foot in front of the other and doing the right thing, because it's not about the media in this country, it's about the people.
That's true. Oh my god, hold on 1 second. Who is this guy in the back? This man is wearing a face shield instead of a mask. Those aren't effective. But he's also wearing an actual flag as a shirt. Who is this man? I need to know. In the back here. Like, wow. What's going on here? He's Bill White. Sure.
My story is kind of similar to yours, because
Again, with the... Okay, Kaitlin Bennett, here's the thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, probably a neo-Nazi. Kaitlin Bennett, also a neo-Nazi. As we know, we've all seen the logs. If you guys want, I can pull the logs up. I don't want to, because... Oh boy, that's a lot of anti-Semitism for one day. But Kaitlin Bennett, also a neo-Nazi. This is hero worship that we're visualizing right now. Everybody focus in. We're having a study in hero worship and what it does to the brain.
right now I get chased out of college campuses.
Good.
They don't want me in these public spaces. They chased
We don't.
you and voted you out of your committee. And I know in your press statements you say, well, now I have more time to focus on the people back in Georgia. Are you still of that mindset? Are you regretting that you aren't on that committee?
Hold on one second. Let's rewatch this, please, because I need to know.
Of your committee. And I know in your press statements you say, well, now I have more time to focus on the people back in Georgia. Are you still of
She's happy about this.
that mindset? Are you regretting that you aren't on that committee at all? Are you still happy?
There was a frat boy wearing an American flag. He had a cowboy hat on and a knife in a holster. I'm tempted to say that this man resembles Bill Clinton, and that's why you went to Bill, because he's with a woman who seems to be rather inappropriate for his age, unless it's his daughter, in which case that's fine. But there's that. Sorry, I tried to make a joke, guys, and it landed flat. But she's happy about being able to focus on the people of Georgia. The point of being a congressperson is to get power so you can use it to help your state. To the point. You can't help your state if you don't. If you're not on the committee, you can't help.
With who you are and where you're going.
Oh, listen, that was a great big gift from the Democrats and 11 of my very weak Republican colleagues.
All right, so we're gonna note here that this is the weakness. It says this is weakness, right? We can all see here. Weakness is what is motivating these people. It's not that she's wrong, it's that other people are weak.
It was 10 that voted again for impeachment on Trump. It was 11 that voted to kick me off.
Maybe that's because you're worse. Maybe they realized that you are actually worse than Trump was. Marjorie Taylor Greene, for all of Trump's faults, I say is worse than Trump. Because Trump had a layer of dog whistle there. He wasn't good at keeping it, but he had that layer. Marjorie doesn't.
And most of those people have been censured in their own districts and states. So I think they're hearing from people exactly the message they need to hear. No, being removed from committees right now was the best thing that could
This person in the back is just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
have happened to me, because the Democrats are running Congress. They
Good.
do not care about the Republicans' voices.
When did you guys care about the Democrat voices? When? When in Trump's administration did anybody listen to progressive voices? Here's how it works. Whoever has power focuses on their people. I'm sorry, it's pretty simple.
Republicans' ideas, Republican amendments,
Yeah, because they're all bad.
Republican policies on these committees. And so by removing me from committees, I have been freed up of having to listen to their woke, progressive, ridiculous, socialist, Democrat ideas.
If only they were socialist Democrats. If only.
For hours on Zoom meetings where they actually sit and wear masks on the
Both of them are listening. Look at these faces. They're just like, what the fuck is she talking about? We agreed with her at the first part. What the fuck is happening?
Zoom meeting.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's a lie. They definitely aren't wearing masks during a Zoom meeting unless they are like they have to. So I'm sure that's a lie. No one would do that.
So I'm freed up to go be back at home, serving my constituents, having town halls, talking with people at home and hearing their ideas.
Yeah. Did you notice that the Rothschild Corporation bought a laser? Oh, yeah, they did now, did they? Yeah, it's a big thing, you know, it's in space. Oh, really? These are the conversations she has with people.
And then I'm also running things on the House floor, which has been a lot of fun.
They just whispered about her behind her back in front of us.
Calling to adjourn and trying to give Democrats some more time before they vote for horrible things like the...
They're now looking at the cameraman. We can see it. I'm more interested in these people. What's their story?
Equality Act. So there's a lot of things that I can do, and I'm so excited to have great relationships with many of my Republican colleagues because they go and support my ideas on committee. So I say...
But what if you were on those committees and you could push your ideas for yourself? Oh, right. You're too crazy to be let on them.
Say I'm chairwoman of the Committee of the Whole, and
does anyone else want to make the joke I want to make right here? Because she's chairwoman of the Committee of the Whole.
I'm having a great time.
Well, that brings me to my next question.
You're having a great time being chairwoman of the Committee of the Whole, are you?
Establishment GOP, they hate you.
Yes, they do. Even the Republicans think you're crazy.
They hate you. Why are they so threatened by your existence?
Why do they always think that when people hate other people, it's because they're threatened? Well, actually, yeah, that generally is where hate stems from, isn't it? Your right to be, peaceful is threatened when people are just bad.
Well, the establishment, so we can say the swamp, right? So it's the political pundits, it's the Beltway, it's the consultants that deem themselves so much more intelligent and wise, and they know better than the people, right? Well, their problem is they've been living in a little bubble, a political bubble, where they've only been looking at themselves and talking to each other. They are so
Did this person just take a photo of these two together? I think she did.
Clueless about what real people think, what real people want, and how real people feel.
They're all lizards. They are clueless about how real people think.
Have to constantly poll to find out what people really think, but they're so disconnected. And
I'm super connected because I only just have to think, and my amazing brain will just reach out to all my fellow white people, and it will say, yes, I think it was the Jews. Like, what?
And these are the ones that are ruining the Republican Party. These are the same people that under the first 2 years under President Trump failed America. They failed our president, and they failed the people that voted for him and voted for Republicans. And that's why Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats won in 2018.
Yeah, stay mad.
And so, what I have to say...
These people are also taking photos of this. It's a moment that has to be documented.
To those establishment Republicans is you're not representing the people that are voting Republican, and they're losing their people's support. And so that's why they're getting censured. That's why everybody hates Adam Kinzinger. That's why everybody's fed up with Liz Cheney, and nobody cares about those type of Republicans. It's old. We're done with them. It's like, let's move on. So.
Yes, let's move on to where the Republican Party actually is exactly what she is. Because, guys, this is the future of the Republican Party. That's what's happening. You don't see the Democrats having people run as QAnon, do you? No. It's because Trump was so bad at dog whistling that nobody was left, slightly confused as to what his political motivations are. And now we have her just coming out and outright saying it. This is the future. This is who votes for them. It is these people who get her in office. And this is what we have to deal with. I honestly just want to keep laughing at the fact that people are taking photos of them.
It's President Trump's party, and America first.
That's true. This is the party of Trump now. Like, that's what we have. And to be honest, this could be a good thing, because when you think about it, it might be a good thing. Because, well, if the party is the party of Trump, and there's a lot of people who didn't like Trump and actually moved over, there are several people I know who did that, then we get ranked choice, and we also get... Well, thank you. Yeah, no, they're not overcrowded, because not a lot of people love to watch the lives, but it's okay. But if we got ranked choice voting, and then only by popular, you win by popular vote, we would have the presidency and the Senate for the next 100 years. And the Green Party would be a viable option. And all of these other things. We could have a system that actually would make them irrelevant. Because they need affirmative action in order to win. They're so against it, but not when it helps them. Not when it helps them.
Absolutely. One of the things that you wear on your mask when you do have to wear one is...
Oh, God.
This one today. This is my impeach Biden.
This needs to be a meme on the server. Hold on one second. Okay, we've got it. We now have this for a meme. I'll be putting that on the Discord server later.
But you were one that says end abortion.
Yes.
What does ending abortion specifically, ending abortion, mean to you? Where do we go with it?
Well, good question, Caitlin. What would it mean to end abortion? Yeah, so that actually would allow people to use the argument that you could craft based on the fact that you were violating bodily autonomy to that point to enable organ harvesting from live people. That would be not good. Because if you say, here's the situation for all of you in chat. You're a bad driver. You get in a car crash somewhere out in the boonies, right? It is not illegal to be a bad driver. The driving, the crash, that is sleeping with somebody, right? Then you wake up. You're in the hospital. You're fine. Your friend, however, hooked up to you through an IV. They need dialysis or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. That's my parents. Not moving on. And you have to, in order to save your friend, because they don't have the supplies to keep your friend on life support without a person there, stay hooked up to them for a considerable amount of time and let them have your resources. If you don't have the right to say, I'm sorry, I love my friend, but I need to cut myself off from that, you get into sticky territory there. You get into sticky territory. If you can't drive yourself, you were doing that illegally, but no one is charging you for it? I don't know. Work with the hypothetical. Jeez, you guys. Okay. So, that's the point. Now, if you can't cut yourself off from that person, who's to say, well, you don't really need your kidney now, do you? You have 2 of them, right? So, couldn't we take your kidney? And if we could take your kidney, why can't we take part of your liver? Maybe your heart. Why doesn't everybody be an organ donor? Pretty soon you get into really slippery territory with that argument. And that's why we need to preserve it. Okay? That's why we need to preserve abortion rights. Because if we remove the rights for abortion and we make it up to the states, you can go into a lot of bad territory when it comes to autonomy and the right to life. So, let's continue and let's hear what Marjorie Taylor Greene has to say about ending abortion.
We completely end abortion. It's the worst evil committed in our day.
Yes, but the point is you have the choice. It's not, oh, I'm going to take your kidney for this random human. You know? Like, I personally, yeah, I think I would too, but you aren't forced to do that. You have the right to say no, because there are reasons why you would want to. Oh, yeah, part of the chat is blocked. Hold on. You guys... Okay. Fine. If part of the chat is blocked, we'll do this. And we're gonna unlock this. Boop, doop, doop. Color source. There. Does that work better? Everybody, that work better? Okay. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Roe versus Wade happened in 1973. I was born in 1974. So my entire life, your entire life, babies are murdered every single day in the womb, and that's a horrific.
It's not the best. OBS kind of sucks, but it does what you need it to do. So, yeah. Also, babies being murdered in the womb, no one's murdering babies. We're murdering fetuses. And fetuses technically are life, but then you get down into the personhood debate. What constitutes a person? Well, if you say a baby is a person, then I think you can actually justify making dogs have a level of personhood. Because they have more cognitive ability than a newborn. There are so many different debates you can have here. But principally, you cannot make somebody hook themselves up to somebody else to keep them alive. It's not okay. Because it just, in a utilitarian sense, leads to horrible outcomes down the road if you allow it. In terms of what could be allowed from that. So, as we all know,
horrific evil, and our government even finds ways for taxpayer dollars to pay for it. That's what they did with the $1.9 trillion budget last night. One of the amendments I was able to introduce on the Rules Committee, see, they kicked me off, but guess what? I was on the Rules Committee yesterday.
This is the smile of a woman who just realized that she actually needs to be on those committees in order to actually do anything.
I introduced an amendment to stop all federal funding of that bill to go towards abortion. Democrats rejected it, of course, because they reject any Republican's amendment.
Yeah. No, they just reject amendments that don't make any sense.
But yeah, no, we need to end it. We need to end it. Over 62 million people have been murdered. They've been canceled.
What? Is canceling? Hold on. Does canceling now mean we send the CIA after people? What?
And they want to cancel.
I haven't watched this already. Like, I've seen a lot of people have reacted to this. Like, I haven't seen... What the...
Cancel innocent lives in the womb. They want to cancel gender.
Yes, I do want to cancel gender. Gender is cringe and very gay.
Male and female. They want to cancel...
Good point. Ant-Man goes back in time. They use... Listen, here's an idea. They figure out how to make Ant-Man go back in time by using the Pym particles. That was the whole plot of Endgame, right? And then send Ant-Man back. He kills, I don't know, the leader of Hydra.
Conservative Americans that believe in those very real, fundamental things of life. And so ending abortion means ending it...
Like what? Like, global warming? They believe in global warming? Oh, they don't? Oh, they actually don't think that that's real. They think a fetus is a person. I'm not sure about that one. They think that shutting off illegal immigration and using protectionism is the way to help our economy? No. Actually, that would make our economy stagnate. It's very bad, very cringe.
Completely. Every life has a chance.
So it's not regulating it, it's not heartbeat bills, it's abolishing it.
Abolish abortion. End it completely. Stop it. It's horrible. There are...
And yet, these are the same people that don't think you have enough right to life to wear a mask. Anywhere. Pretty weird.
Different words for it.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. Okay, the last question, because I don't want to take up any more of your time. Speaking of labels, and they love to call you a conspiracy theorist.
Nobody is allowed to go support her. If you support KAITLIN, I would prefer if you just like got out.
All of this, all of the garbage, right? Even though they believe in the Russia collusion. That's a
Russia, no
big conspiracy theory, is it not?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Russia did noticeably interfere in our election. However, it was not tied to Trump. Trump didn't know about it. I'll just say that. Yeah, so Trump was not involved in the Russia collusion. Russia did involve itself in our election. It wasn't to a severe extent, obviously. They didn't do enough to actually make Trump lose, or Trump win, actually. That was Americans who actually voted for him, which I don't know how I feel about that. But there was some things with Russia. So there's that. Why is your Wi-Fi being glitchy? I don't know. Wi-Fi's gay.
Okay, a lot of conservatives are having trouble keeping their jobs. We talked about being canceled and keeping their social media. They're getting banned everywhere like President Trump.
Good.
There's a lot of people who, like me and you, are feeling scared to speak up. If you have any advice to Christians, conservatives, Trump supporters to speak up, what would you say to them?
I would say that we are possibly living in the last days of having free speech. And if anyone values that, and if you're a Christian who has been saved by us.
It's lagging? No, it says you guys have excellent connection. Okay, it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth hearing. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Fascinating. Okay. Okay there. View live, dropped frames, 5%. Let's try this for a couple seconds, guys. Just for a couple seconds. Sorry, I'm trying to get YouTube back to being what it normally is, which is actually loading. So we're just gonna take a couple seconds and try and get the stream health back for just a bit. How are you guys all doing in chat? How's everybody doing in chat? I'm just gonna, talk about this stuff that's in chat really quick. Yeah. You think part of the reason some people want to abolish abortion is because they cannot see the importance of it, and they're just looking at it through one lens, their own. True. Very true. People want to get rid of abortion and things like that. Yeah, no, I read. You're all good. But, yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine, guys. You guys are good. It's all good. Oh, we're back. We're back to excellent stream health. That's good. That's very good. So we have that. I'm going to be looking into this later. YouTube hates me. Yeah, no. But they really do only look at it through their lens. It's awful. They're saying abolish abortion, which means that they don't just want to get rid of any, they don't just want abortion to be reserved to in cases of, rape. They want it gone, which I just think is horrible, to be honest. Is the buy rate a lot better now? Everybody? Can everybody see me? We got a good, less, buffering and all that. I'm just waiting for a second for the video to catch up to where I am. Give it a second. Oh, sorry. My playback isn't actually where it's supposed to be, which is weird. It's supposed to be at the live point. I'm just going to pause that so that it's not loading as much, and let's try and see if we can keep going, okay? Alright, let's keep watching this dumpster fire. Checking. Stream healthy. Stream's good. Still healthy. It's running. Everybody good? Okay. Welcome back, chat. I missed you.
My Savior, their Savior, your Savior, Jesus Christ. If you believe in God,
I don't.
better stop being complacent and you better stop being quiet. We are given this grace, and we're not meant to keep it covered. We're not meant to...
I just saw you telling me I should cover Paul and Morgan. I don't know if this is you attempting to, make me feel a deep existential depression. But we'll watch a Paul and Morgan video after this one if I'm up to it, okay?
keep a lid on our light. We're meant to expose it to the world, and we are supposed to be brave. And if you are speaking the truth,
we've already seen this.
It's not this world that we live for. It's the next one.
Hold
and
on.
That's okay, because it's not this world that we live for. It's the next one.
This is a death cult. You're saying you don't care about your life because you...
And so what I say to everyone is whether you're a religious person or whether you're not one, you have a great gift that most people on this planet don't have, and that is the freedom of speech. So use it.
Huh? What?
Use it, and don't ever forget that people like me that have been elected, everyone that works in government, everyone that serves in government, works for the people.
Well, at least the depression was intended. You're apparently not working for the people because Georgia elected Raphael Warnock, who's one of the most progressive Democratic senators we've ever seen. So...
It's a customer service relationship. See, that's something I understand as a business owner. I have to serve my customers, and their tax dollars pay for my paycheck. They pay for everything to do with government, and the American people need to remember that. So, it's hold people accountable. Tell them exactly what you have.
You didn't get my comment. What do you mean? You saw Jimmy react to them. I saw it. I see what you're saying.
To say, feel, think, and hear, and never stop. Don't get discouraged. Don't get bullied by the media. Don't get bullied by...
You with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged. You guys know.
Big tech. Who cares about Mark Zuckerberg and, Google and all these people? It's not about them. It's about the American people, and the people matter. So
they do. Most of them don't like you.
People over politicians. I just keep saying it.
On behalf of my audience, I just want to say
I realized that after I read it. You're correct. The grammar of the sentence would suggest that you don't want any depression because there's two no's. I'm sorry about that.
So many people love you, Marjorie, because you are real. You are a real American. You're not an elitist out there, and I just want...
As opposed to what? A paper-mache American? Guys, shocker. Nancy Pelosi comes out as an actual paper-mache statue that people have been propping up with wooden sticks this entire time. I know, shocking.
I want to say on behalf of them, we love you. We truly do. You represent us. Just like we see Donald Trump, that's what we see. We see ourselves in you.
Yes, the soldiers of the orange race here.
And Donald Trump, and that's why we love you so much. So, can I hug you? You're awesome. Thank you so much for everything.
I'm not saying I wish they gave each other COVID, but I'm not saying that.
As you guys noticed...
Nope. I will not let you shill on my channel, KAITLIN Bennett. You will not shill on my channel. So, what did we learn? Everybody, what did we learn? Wow, wooden statue, nice. What wooden statue? Hold on. It's a paper-mache statue. What are you talking about? Alright. So, what did we learn, class? Conservatism, when expressed this way, is bad. If that makes any sense. For everybody. Alright. Alright, so... Chat. Yeah, no, we don't promote anything to do with KAITLIN Bennett. That's important. Very important. Do you guys want me to go over a Paul and Morgan video? Because I can. But y'all are gonna have to stay with me for that because I don't know if we can do it. We learned conservative good, everything else bad. What? That was the opposite. God damn it. They're getting them. The liberal media. It's got you. The liberal media is teaching you to be conservative. But But we can do Paul and Morgan. I just... If we do Paul and Morgan, y'all have to stick with me, because I don't think I can do that on my own. Oh, God. That would be bad. Be very bad. Hold on. I'm experiencing some serious lag on my end. Hold on 1 second, guys. Come on, where's my chat? Where are my peeps in the chat? Come on. Oh, severe lag. So do you guys want me to do Paul and Morgan or no? That's the question. Okay, we're doing Paul and Morgan. Just for you guys, we'll do some Paul and Morgan. So that we can stop talking about the freaking Jewish space lasers. Okay. Alright. You guys want us to do it? We'll do it. Okay. Alright. All y'all can see everything that's happening right now? Good? Good? Okay. Alright. Answering your assumptions about us. Which one should we react to? What do you guys think? Which one do you guys think? Actually, hold on. Can a conservative date a leftist? Should Christians watch Disney, you guys think? Okay. Okay. Should Christians watch Disney versus should a conservative date a leftist? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Which one? I'm just waiting for y'all to tell me which one we should do. Hold on. No. Guys, would Jesus wear a mask? Or should... Alright, we're doing this one first. And then we're done, okay? And I cannot listen to Paul and Morgan at anything but... We're not watching their music video, I refuse. But 1.25 speed.
So what about...
So we're going to be watching them at that speed. I'm also going to be pausing this because... Holy crap. That lags me out. Let's just hold on for a second. Let's see if we can get some more smooth streaming in here. And hopefully... We're all good. Okay. Are we all here? We all good? We have to watch this. We have to. I decided we're no longer doing options. You guys don't have any choice. We're doing this now.
Trump not denouncing white supremacists. You're okay with that?
Yes, you are. No, I'm not watching your cringy intro. I'm sorry.
What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
We know.
In today's video, we're giving
know.
our thoughts on the first presidential debate. Whoa, was that something?
And if by something you mean a shit show, then yes.
Yeah. We might need to like pop up a picture of me and Hannah because we were on the plane to Arizona when we were watching it, and it was crazy because it was pitch dark on the plane. I got up to use the restroom.
Who is this Hannah person? I don't care.
Thing, like the unity that you feel. Were there any, because the debate obviously evokes some triggering, certain candidates, were there any like noticeable gasps or groans or frustration?
I did notice one lady, she was sitting there with her arms crossed and she was watching it on CNN, and everyone else...
Okay, I don't care about this. I care about your thoughts. Let's skip. We're skimming
Hope.
and be free. And huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys for support.
That's fantastic.
Here we go. Morgan, give like a 1 to 2 sentence.
Okay, we're here.
Your thoughts on the debate.
We've finally gotten to the point where they actually talk about the freaking debate and their thoughts. Thank you. At 2 minutes.
It was disappointing on both sides. It was
Don't both sides me right now. Don't do that.
weird.
It was weird. That's not what I would describe the first presidential debate as.
Weird and disappointing. I'll give slightly more
Okay,
in depth.
great. I agree with what you're going to say, so go ahead and say it, and I'll say I already agree with it.
As we observe here, this is the woman following the Bible's precepts to only repeat what her husband tells her to.
So,
Huh, you agree with me blindly.
well, what you posted on
Yeah, she does.
Instagram, I was like, that was a really good way of describing it.
I don't...
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe. And my very brief overall thoughts, Biden did better than I expected overall.
And better than Trump?
He came through and didn't freeze up drastically and so forth. I wasn't sure what we were going to see from Biden, as I'm sure many of you. Though I felt like he did, and I know many of you that are really anti-Trump are always like, Trump lies so much. I felt like Biden personally was quick to say things that weren't true.
Yeah.
And slander.
Quick reminder, by the way, Trump lied pretty much constantly during that debate. About 100 times, actually. There was an article on it. I won't be linking it, but, like, seriously, look it up.
For Trump, I felt like Trump did too much interrupting, and I personally think that it hurt him. I hope that the next debate he won't.
This is Christian civility politics. Guys, we found it! The liberal civility politics. It's affecting the Christians. Okay, this is a good thing.
Do as much interrupting.
I really hope so too. I was like, Trump, chill out. Like, I kind of wondered, was their strategy to disrupt and be just obnoxious so that Biden would maybe like get knocked off his horse a few times?
Maybe.
Yes, that was his strategy. It was bad.
But like, it didn't happen, so I feel like he should have been like, all right, this isn't working, I'm gonna chill out.
I'm gonna see what the hell Paul is doing this about, because I don't care about this enough.
You sound like a 5-year-old.
Granted, I'm not excusing Trump. Trump.
Hold on. What was
Your thoughts here? My opinion, Biden was actually more below the belt punching.
I also wish Bernie was in there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, it
He
was.
called him a clown multiple times.
Well, he is.
He told him to shut up. He called him a clown several times, like said some other names. Like, it was like, what the? You sound like a 5-year-old.
Granted, I'm not excusing Trump. Trump sounded like a 5-year-old a few times.
Yes, he did.
But just the way he kept interrupting. Not excusing that.
Only the way he kept interrupting? Are you going to talk about what he said about Biden's son and his family? Or...
But I think Biden actually came in with the darker, below-the-belt punches. I mean...
So calling somebody a clown is worse than saying, heh, your son's a drug addict and your entire family are criminals. Really? Okay.
Calling him a clown at least 2 times, if not more. Telling him, oh, shut up. Which Trump kept interrupting, so I hear that, but to me, it felt disrespectful.
Alright. Okay.
I can't imagine if, Obama was debating and the Republican candidate told Obama to shut up. Like, people would go in.
Yes, they would. Because liberals love identity politics so much. Like, wow. Okay, hold on. I can't listen to her do the, what if the races were reversed? Jesus Christ. They were both white dudes. They were on there. Yeah, I do too, but the thing is that there were so many people who were like, I'm specifically responding to you right here where you're saying, I wish our president was a socialist instead of Biden. I honestly do too. The reason why, though, is mainly because I think that the system we have now is hurting people. And if the American dream is that anybody can make it here, but not everyone can, I would rather those everyone, that can make it, but they just didn't, have a decent quality of life still. I don't understand why one single person needs to be a millionaire. I don't understand why the workplace isn't democratic. I don't understand why we don't already have Medicare for all. These are all things that we could have. We are the richest country on earth, and yet we don't have them. Why? Because why? You want to sit like a dragon on a pile of money and get a bunch of paper cuts because you were naked and your butt was on the money? No. Who needs that? You'd probably immediately get the paper cuts fixed with some of the money, but you'd have to spend the money to do it. Just don't get the butt money paper cuts in the first place. Like, who needs that much money? Anyways, what the hell are they saying?
Insane because of the disrespect. Like, I don't...
Okay, the Blue Yeti microphone is objectively a good microphone. Mine, however, doesn't have this right here. You see, I think, unless this is just poor resolution. No, this is poor resolution. They actually don't have a mic guard, so we're on the same level, Paul and Morgan. And I have less subs, which means that my video quality can only grow. Pretty lame that you're on my level, isn't it?
I don't care how much you do not like Trump, you still need to respect him. He is...
No, we don't.
Is the president of the United States, and we have lost the respect for that label because of people like Biden.
No, we've lost it because of people like Trump who paid it no respect in the first place.
And people on the left who refuse to acknowledge the calling that Trump has on his life right now.
The mantle?
The mantle that Trump carries as
the calling, the mantle,
president of the United States.
Responsibility. Yeah, and not just, the left, but there are a decent amount of conservatives or Christians or people on the right that hate and despise Trump and don't have any respect for him.
Good. Those people actually have some rational thought processes left in their brain.
So yeah, we would say that,
strange.
that does seem problematic to us.
I just feel like that was just this is a perfect example of why so many people lack so much respect for Trump. I do believe that you have to earn someone's respect, and all in all, what Trump has done as the president, he has earned respect. But
when? Just when?
But, people refuse to recognize that. Before we even go to the next clip, we just want to be...
Nope. You're not saying anything to me. Hold on.
Thank you for the engagement.
Yeah. And we do take your feedback.
And to say that they need to stand down tonight.
We're responding to the white supremacy clip. Let's go.
To condemn white supremacists and militia groups, and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland.
Sure,
are you
I'm willing
prepared
to
to
do that,
specifically...
I should.
Do it. I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what do you
look-
Hold on.
specifically
Let's watch this again, just so everyone's clear.
add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm willing
prepared
to do
specifically
that. But
do it? But go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what do you...
So sure, I'm willing to do it, but almost everything I see is actually from the left wing.
What are you saying?
Objectively not true, by the way. 0 deaths attributed to Antifa. If we want, we can look up the number of deaths attributed to the Proud Boys and white supremacist groups, but I don't think you want me to do that right now, Mr. Trump.
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
You are willing to do anything. That's very true.
Do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name.
This is stalling right here.
Give me a
White
name. Go ahead.
supremacists and
Who would you like me to condemn?
white supremacists and right...
Okay, Biden named the Proud Boys. This was a bad move. He shouldn't have. Because it gave them attention. And it made them know that people know about them. It makes them feel like he's got a lot.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa.
Joe is laughing right here. Because he realizes, oh boy, I just won.
And the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left.
So right after the debate ended and I posted my little recap, I got several people saying, so what about Trump not denouncing white supremacists? You're okay with that? There is this big stigma that I think the media and the left is
He's not answering the question.
push and Biden there and even Chris Wallace that Trump's a racist. So we took to Instagram, we did one of those questions and we asked, well, do you guys think Trump is a racist? Why or why not? So before we give our thoughts, here were a few of your thoughts.
I don't care about their fans' thoughts. I really don't. Let's see here.
Twisted them or just left out
Supremacists.
yeah, it's crazy how the media has taken the things that he said and just twisted them or just left out so many of his sentences.
You're suggesting that the media twists things for their own agendas?
Yeah,
No. There was a fantastic part of an SNL skit, and it went something to the effect of, who's the... Damn it, I can't remember. Alec Baldwin is the guy who plays Trump on SNL, and he's been satirizing him for the last 4 years, actually. Done a fantastic job, I will say. And Alec Baldwin went, no, the media's been very mean to me, okay? You guys are just putting up everything that I'm saying, and you're recording it, and you're putting it online. That's true. We just record what he says. He says it. Boom.
We want to play this clip of just Trump continuously denouncing the KKK and white supremacists. So.
David Duke and robocalls are out again, the white supremacist movement supporting you. Do you have any words for that?
Well, I disavow. David Duke endorsed me.
I disavow is a meme, first of all. Second of all, the white supremacists and Duke, let's just see for a second here. Okay, this is February 25th, 2016. What was happening in 2016? I actually do want to know. No, I don't care. I should, but I won't. Okay, people died. Fantastic. Okay. Voted for Brexit. They visited Cuba. El Chapo was finally Chat, does anyone know what happened back in February of 2016? Because I'm forgetting right now. Because I can't remember. Okay, election of interests. Oh! That's right! He finally got into power. Zika. Visited the first mosque. Okay, that's weird. Dem debates, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty dope. Sorry. I'm paying attention. I'm sorry, but this is irrelevant. Whatever happened then, regardless of what had just happened, okay? This is before, not after. He, was president, I think. As far as I'm aware. He wasn't president yet, right? This is how far they had to dig back, guys. This is the point. This is how far he had to dig back. For a quote of him denouncing white supremacists, actually. Pretty weird.
Duke and robocalls are out again, the white supremacist movement supporting you. Do you have any words for that?
Well, I disavow. David Duke endorsed me? Okay, all right.
Here's him the next day saying, I disavow.
I disavow, okay?
When we looked at it, I looked at the question.
29th, 2016.
I disavow David Duke, so I disavow David Duke.
This is always only about David Duke. Interesting.
Weekend long, on Facebook, on Twitter, and obviously it's never enough.
So are you prepared right now
Here is March 1st of 2016.
to make a clear and unequivocal statement renouncing the support of all white supremacists?
Of course I am. Of course I am.
So there it is.
Hold on. That just said he's prepared to make a statement saying, I disavow all white supremacists. He didn't make it. All of these clips are from 2016. If he's disavowed it so many times, first of all, why has he had to? It's a bit weird. Second of all, where are your more recent clips? Oh, right. The one after Charlottesville, where the media had to bug him for like 3 days before he actually did disavow it. Ooh. And he could only say actually that there was bad people, good and bad people on both sides. Equating Antifa, or the anti-fascists, with white supremacists. Strange, isn't it? Hold on, I'm gonna check. How you guys doing? You guys have good stream health? We're all good.
He's denounced them many times.
Like, what do you guys say to that? To those who are just so, like, on edge, writing me and saying, so why, what about when he didn't denounce him? Does that hold some weight when you see that he actually has denounced him over and over again?
Yes, back in 2016 when David Duke, former, Grand Wizard of the KKK, came out in support of him before he was president.
Will say my personal reaction to this moment in the debate, because it was a somewhat big moment, I wish Trump would have once again said, I denounce white supremacy.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of disagree. I feel like he's done it so many times.
No, he hasn't.
If you want to know what he said about racism, if you want to know what he said about the KKK and white supremacists, you can find out. You're just going to have to do your own daggone research. He's denounced it over and over, people.
And I respect that point. And maybe he is just so fed up with them trying to push this narrative that he's a racist and is pro-white supremacists.
Well, it's just because he keeps doing things that help them. I refuse to listen to the rest of this part, but I will hear this bit.
I believe that he's racist.
What has he done? What policies has he implemented? What actions has he done that shows that he's a racist? All right, next.
Oh, fantastic question. There are so many we could get into, but just one. Let's talk about the fact that he was trying to get Obamacare taken away. And let's remember, hold on, who does Obamacare help? Oh yeah, poor people. And I am not saying, absolutely, this is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that all black people are poor or anything. I am saying that statistically, it is more likely that you are poor if you are black. This is what I'm saying. I am saying statistically, there are more poor black people than poor white people. We could also talk about the Muslim ban, that he actually just tried to ban a bunch of different countries that were predominantly Islamic, and then later actually said, oh, we couldn't get that through Congress. Let me add a couple of other countries on so that we can actually just ban Muslim people. He talks about Mexicans, sorry, I said I was going to do one point. Don't want to be unfair.
Next clip.
He doesn't have any law support. Look, he has no law enforcement
that's
support.
Not true.
Almost
that's
nothing.
Look.
All right, who do you have? Name one group that supports you. Name one group that came out and supported you. Go ahead. Think. We have time.
We don't have time to do anything.
Think about it. Name one law enforcement group.
Gentlemen, I think I'm going to take back the moderator's role, and I want to get...
This was a clip, that's a clip of Biden getting bullied into arguing as to whether or not law enforcement like him. Here's one that come out and support him constantly. Guess who voted way more for Biden, kids? The military. Our soldiers. There we go. He also banned black people from his apartments. Very true, he did. He said, I don't want any of them on my floor, only Jews and executives or something like that. Wasn't that his wording?
That was, to me, Trump's best moment in the debate, and potentially Biden's worst moment.
He's supposed to be
No!
the ruler of our free world, and
he doesn't have the support of
law enforcement. No one's, the army, the military doesn't stand behind him.
Actually, the military does.
Seems strange.
And I personally don't know if, no law enforcement groups have endorsed him, but I do believe that
the police unions endorse Trump because he's a
very few compared to who have endorsed Trump. And it just in that moment, Biden not being able to name one didn't look good.
Did not look good. And it looked weird too that Chris was kind of coming to save Biden. We're gonna...
Yes, he was, because that was completely off topic. In a debate, you have topics. You stick to the topics. The moderator is there to make sure everybody has their equal time and keep people on topic. Chris Wallace did his job for twice, for 2 times in that entire debate.
We're gonna move on because he knew Biden didn't have anything to say.
At present, I am not happy that I'm watching this right now. I am happy that I got to talk to you guys though.
So he's I'll save you. It was kind of come on, dude.
And didn't you feel like Chris did that multiple times?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, and I've seen different opinions on this, but I'm sorry guys, I'm just not getting behind that the Democratic Party is the party of law enforcement. Based off of what I've seen the past...
Biden law enforcement plan. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's look. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Political posturing. We already did. All right. We can reduce the number of people incarcerated. Yep. Eliminate crime, property changes for all. Yep. Second chances, blah, blah, blah. This is how he's going to do it. Focusing on these underlying factors. I'd say that's the party of law and order for you. On his website, Joe Biden's. Moving on.
Past 6 months, they're the party of, if there's unrest in our cities, then there should be unrest in the street.
Yeah.
It's one thing to protest.
Is there's unrest in our lives, there should be unrest in the street. Yeah, you think you get to go to work? You think you get to go to Starbucks when people are being murdered? You think you have the right to go to Starbucks while people are dying? No. Screw you. You don't get to do that.
Protest, and you guys all agree that if a peaceful protest, fine. But 100 days of not peaceful protests in Portland, like of riots, there's...
Yeah, maybe it's because right-wing plants have been starting fights.
all these cities.
I understand not wanting to join the Discord server. It's totally fine. You don't have to. It's just, you know, it's fun. We've got a lot of people. So, yeah.
And who is the person that is...
It's not surprising he couldn't remember anyone who endorsed him. True. Now that he's president, we can make fun of him again. Hey, guys, guess what? Now that we have a lib as president, we get to make fun of the libs again. We get to do it. Guys, get excited. We get to make fun of the libs.
Is condemning that stuff versus who has been more on record of saying, like, no, keep the policemen stand down. Don't you dare send in the National Guard. It's peaceful protests.
Yes, don't send in the National Guard into Portland and have them hurt people.
There's fires burning behind them. In my...
Okay. From George Floyd protests, New York. All right. Okay. Yep. 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 Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the largely peaceful. Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to find testimonials from people. Sorry. Used excessive force. Here we go. Right here. Fantastic. The Hill coming in clutch right now. All right, let's check this out. Driving vehicles through crowds. Yep. Sorry. No, I'm not allowing ads. Screw this. Lots of police violence. I can keep looking into this, but you guys know what happened. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm 18. And you're not wrong, Melanie. So, let's just be clear here. The George Floyd protests... Oh! USA Today. Actually, hold on. Oh, look at that! Peaceful protests that the police are breaking up by, driving over people. Crazy.
In my opinion, the Republican Party, Trump, has been much more pro-law enforcement, pro-law and order than the Democratic Party.
They have, because they want people to keep stepping on people of color's necks.
Biden-Harris.
I hate that it's such a divisive thing these days, that it is like you do kind of have to pick a side, left or right, conservative, liberal. It doesn't mean that one side has it all figured out. No. Do we believe that Trump is a perfect man and never makes any mistakes? Absolutely not.
He made mistakes in the debate.
He made a ton of mistakes in the debate.
It wasn't pretty.
No, it was not.
Oh, the next one's better.
Yeah, but I am going to stand behind his legislations, his declarations, his laws, and his things that he has brought into America in the past 4 years, and I believe that he will bring more good things into America in the next 4 years.
Yes.
Okay, I can't listen to this anymore. Paul and Morgan have actual brainworms. Yeah. Actual brainworms. I can't listen to them anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Chat, how's everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay? Is everyone still alive after the cringe fest that we just experienced? Oh boy. Well, we talked about Paul and Morgan. We talked about KAITLIN Bennett. We talked about Marjorie Taylor Greene. We talked about Jewish space lasers. And I think this is a good way to end our second live to exist. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. Subscribe to the main channel. If you're here and you're not subbed to the main channel, I don't know how you got here. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. Oh boy. Everybody please go watch something wholesome to try and rid your brain of the amount of brainworms that have infected it after seeing such bad. Okay. Bye guys. I'll see you later.